This is the Normal Nerds Podcast, where two very normal dudes talk about very nerdy stuff. I'm your host, Maxwell Cercio.
And I'm your host, who's confused as to why streaming hasn't already killed cable, Davis Bates.
This episode will be ranking our top 3 streaming services. So sit back, relax, and welcome to the Normal Nerds Podcast. All right, Davis.
Yo.
So, as we're getting ready to film our top 3 sitcoms, which we will do too.
Yes.
You saw an IGN article.
I did. So I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw IGN had a state of streaming post where they ranked all of the streaming services at the moment. They have some insane rankings, which I don't agree with completely. I don't know. Should I go through them? Would you like?
No. You can say how like all
we're going to be doing this
8s.
episode as well. Yes.
All of them are freaking 8s or something.
All of them are 8s, or like they range between 6 to 9, and it's just like, hey, 6, 9, hey.
Nice.
So it just like, I don't know. I just feel that's a bad scale, you know?
Yeah.
Like we're ranking, like it's a competition. We're ranking all of them. Like adjust the scale to be like, you know, who's at the bottom.
Yes.
Like who is the trash ones upon trash, you know?
Yep.
So yeah. So I thought great idea. Disagree with their results, and you can go check it out. IG on Instagram. A free shout out to them.
Sponsor? No, not a sponsor.
If you want to sponsor us, happy to.
After we're shitting out of you.
Oh yeah, I mean that we're keeping you humble. Keeping you humble. That's what.
So sorry because
kind.
they put HBO Max with a 7, which was lower than most, and we'll get into that later. But before we do our top 3, we just want to talk about the ones that don't even exist in our mind, which would be Peacock,
Paramount Plus,
and Discovery,
and High Dive. That's why I shit on High
Dive. Oh yeah, High Dive too.
Fuck High Dive. Fuck High Dive. I keep seeing articles they're getting new anime. It's like, get out of here, High Dive. Crunchyroll is king.
These fake ones that need to be destroyed. If you have any of them, drop them.
Yeah,
we're trying to get the streaming stuff under control.
Yes, we need to reel that in hard.
Yes,
especially Peacock too. That needs to shut down. I hate Peacock. I hate it. I hate the Peacock stole all some of my favorite sitcoms and shit.
It did.
It took so many of them, and I'm like, you know, so I'm a person when I'm going to bed, I usually watch something to fall asleep to. It's usually a sitcom, and I lost several options when Peacock was invented, and I'm just like, why? I'm not buying this.
No.
And I hear they only had like one good new Halloween movie, the rest tanked. So like, what you doing, guys? What you doing? Just get out of here. Just fail like the CNN streaming app did.
Yeah, fail, and then just bring all your things back to the other streaming services so we can all enjoy life again.
Yeah, I'm happy paying for like 3 to 4 of these streaming services max.
Yep.
HBO Max, but none of the other ones. Max. None of the other ones.
No.
Beyond that, just too much.
Those 4 are shit. I didn't even know Discovery really was even a thing until the whole
they're about to not be.
Well, they're going to sort of name HBO Max, and they're going to name it something different because HBO Max is succeeding a lot, and so Warner Brothers in their infinite wisdom were like, well, let's combine it with Discovery and call it something else.
And let's remove some of HBO's content.
Yeah.
Insanity.
So
what is that good business?
I don't know who came up with that, but they're a moron.
Someone's brother, some like high executive's brother is like made Discovery and just wants it to keep going. So we're like, fine.
I guess we'll allow it.
We'll do it.
But let's rank our top 3. We each have our top 3. Do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
You can go first this time. I went first the last few times.
Sure. Number 3 in for me, and it is a requirement. The UI is trash. The coding is trash, but it's the only one doing it, is Crunchyroll. Yeah. I had Crunchyroll on the list. Its UI, terrible. Its casting, terrible. Its whole system, shit.
Yeah.
But it is the best at doing anime. Fuck High Dive. So it has to be on the list. It is the only way we can get our content for anime. I don't illegally stream anime. I don't do it.
Yes, I'm an adult, so I don't have to do it anymore.
We have full-time jobs.
Full-time jobs. Yeah.
Be cool if we didn't, because you listen to the podcast.
If this was a full-time job, that'd be sweet.
Yes, that'd be awesome. But that's my number 3. I have to have it, being the nerd I am. My number 2 is... I think it's a nostalgia thing. I don't know if their content's always the best. But no, my number 2 is Hulu. Switch it up. I was going to say Netflix, but it's Hulu. Hulu has so much great content. They have every TV show on planet Earth. They have so many good movies. They got King of the Hill on there. That's enough for me. They got just good stuff, reality TV. You can Hulu Live Sports, all that kind of stuff. So YouTube doesn't count in this, right?
No, you
No, okay, thank God.
No,
Okay,
no,
I was like, because YouTube would be way out. But Hulu's my number 2, and then my number 1 is HBO Max. I fucking love HBO Max.
Yeah.
I would never get rid of HBO Max. That's the last streaming service I would get rid of. Maybe Crunchyroll, only because of the supply and demand.
Yeah.
But HBO Max, Sopranos, original content's good. All the Warner Brothers stuff, DC stuff. I have not watched Harley Quinn show, but you watch it. You say it's really
I
good.
enjoyed it. Yeah, it's pretty good actually. Only for of Harley Quinn I've ever liked.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
South Park's on there. They have all Harry Potter, Studio Ghibli.
Yeah.
It's got shit on shit. So, and
I remember when HBO Max dropped and they put the Studio Ghibli shit on there. I was like, "Who?
That was huge.
That's a game changer," because it wasn't available.
No, it wasn't.
And you had to buy because of G Kids and whatever legal problems they fucking had. You had to, in order to watch it in the U.S., you had to like buy the DVD.
Yeah, and they're expensive as fuck.
Who the fuck? Exactly. Who the fuck's buying DVDs anyways? Too at this age, like no fucking way.
Or you had to go to the movie theater.
Yeah.
So those are my top 3. HBO Max, I will always love you. Please stay around. Discovery, go fuck yourself.
Seriously, just eat Discovery and like still like the HBO Max.
I also love like really high end TV shows like Sopranos, The Wire, and stuff like that. HBO is
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Yeah, Game of Thrones. House of Dragon.
Yeah.
Great points.
Oh yeah, it's all good stuff.
Amazon Rings of Power is awesome, but your UI is trash.
It is really,
Wheel of Time
really
was
bad.
trash.
Yeah.
And overall, like, meh.
But the boys.
Fuck. The boy.
boys,
And
yeah.
Invincible.
Yeah,
still. It's just, Rings of Power. Man, oh, man. Good debates. Good debates.
Good
debates.
stuff. Yes,
Good debates. But I'm going to stick with my top 3. I'm going to say those are my top 3.
Sure, sounds good.
What do you got?
I'll go into mine. So my number 3 is Amazon Prime. For all the things we just talked about.
I don't hate it.
Yeah, no. I agree. Their UI is garbage, but it has gotten a lot better in the last 2 years. It used to be really bad, like to the point where like I didn't even want to watch some of the shows on there because it was a pain in the ass to sit down and watch them. But I think they've had to with like their big profile shows coming out. Like even in the last few weeks, it's starting to feel it's like gotten a lot better since they dropped Rings of Power. I think the options for the subtitles, the skipping has gotten
is better.
So much better. So they're
better.
slowly marching their way to not being a trash app. But yeah,
The one thing I will say that they do, and if you're listening, Amazon, stop. And I hate this, and I think HBO and Netflix are the only ones that like don't do it.
Okay.
For some reason, and I think Hulu maybe is nobody likes fast forward. Give us the little screens.
I know.
Crunchyroll.
Netflix is friggin' revolutionary with it. And I don't know why no one else is still on this
Crunchyroll,
yet.
Amazon Prime, stop at the fast forward.
Yeah.
We just want the little screens.
Yeah.
Amazon pisses me off because it's like, we fast forward times like 5 times 15. It's like, who does this?
And what drives me nuts too is like sometimes when you fast forward, like the video doesn't keep up with the fast forward.
Yep.
So just like you're getting weird like cuts that aren't even really
so
are what
stupid.
they're supposed to be. And it's like, what is? And you're getting spoiled on stuff sometimes because you like to skip so far forward and you accidentally skip too far forward.
And also, we're not cinephiles, and I've always wondered this. So maybe this is why maybe people do care. I don't care about like when they're like, this person's in this movie. Blah, blah. It's like I just want show stuff.
Yeah.
Like just let's skipping forward ideas. But yeah, okay.
Yeah. So Amazon Prime is my number 3. Yeah, I think where I said like Rings of Power is really selling it. The Boys is one of the greatest superhero shows I've ever watched in my life. Invincible is like the second greatest superhero show. Not the second. No, that's being a little generous. It's in the top 10.
Top 10.
I've seen Teen Titans.
Top 5.
Top 5. Justice League, Teen Titans.
Justice League. Yeah, that's a good one too.
The Boys. Tentatively, I'll put Invincible in the top 5.
Sorry.
I'm sure it's gonna get booted though by something else. I just can't think of anything at the moment.
Well, right now you only named 3, so it's got 2 spots.
It's got 2 spots. I'm sure it'll get bumped somehow.
Okay.
I'm sure it'll
All
find
right,
a
so
way
that
to
was
get
your
bumped.
number 3.
That's my number 3. And then my number 2. Oh, I also watched Vinland Saga on Amazon Prime originally. So Made in the Abyss. Yeah, so they have some really good stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's a sleeper out there because it has like a lot of really good content that doesn't get utilized enough. I think.
Okay.
You know.
Oh, yeah, it's some good content.
Yeah. So, and then my number 2, I would have to say is, I think I gotta give it to Netflix. I want to say it's Hulu. I really
Hulu
want.
also has Always Sunny.
I know that's like what stopped me there for a second because I was locked in with Netflix and then I remembered Always Sunny is not on Netflix anymore. It was originally, which is frustrating now, but I think that Netflix It's the real. It broke the mold with all streaming. Like it has
for sure.
It has opened up this entire field of streaming that we have. It's or killed Blockbuster and it's on and Redbox and it's on its way to destroying cable slowly. But I think Netflix hits in the fact that they're getting away from this a little bit and it pisses me off. They drop all their content at once, and I'm such a big fan of that. I love binging shit as soon as it comes. Like Cyberpunk, Edge Runners. Phenomenal. Highly recommend it. But I got to binge all of it.
With Arcane.
Arcane
great too.
Yeah, Arcane was a great series. And that's what it gets me is that Netflix, while I don't use that service all the time, there'll be weeks where I don't even use Netflix. I'll go weeks at a time.
Yeah.
But when they drop a show, it's fucking awesome. Like when they drop a really good show, I can't not watch it. And it makes me, and it's stuff like that. Like it has The Witcher. It has The Witcher. Cyberpunk, Edge Runners. It had a few anime that I really liked, and what was the other one? They had
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. Stranger Things is on there. So
Stranger Things.
You still haven't finished it, have you?
No.
You fucking idiot. It's really good.
I know.
And they're probably entering their last season soon. So
I know. I'll catch up eventually.
They have great series, and every now and again they've gotten a lot better at getting more modern movies as a time because it used to be like Netflix, like it'd be in the theaters, then it'd be on DVD. And then maybe it gets to Netflix. But now they've gotten a lot faster with all that stuff. So, which is really, really good. And they were one of the first studios to really expand into anime, which I appreciate the shit of. They dumped like several $1 million into doing it.
Billions.
Yeah. And I was, any company that does that, I'm always like, you're pretty high in my book right now. Mm-hmm. And plus, it's the quintessential, like, everyone has Netflix. So, like, it's always a good thing to hang out and just watch with. Everyone wants to talk about it. Like, whenever a hot show comes out, it's usually, like, most people have watched it already on Netflix.
Yeah.
I rarely meet people who are saying that they're, like, if they're losing a streaming service, it's rarely Netflix, So, that's why it's my number 2.
It was funny that you were thinking to switch into Hulu, and I was thinking from Hulu to Netflix. But I was like, I'm going to go Hulu.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And they have Always Sunny. Hulu has Always Sunny, What We Do in the Shadows, the sitcoms, Only Murders in the Building, which is a great show.
I gotta watch that too. So what's your number 1? My
number 1 is HBO Max.
Yes!
That thing is awesome.
That's the shit.
It has, like I said, when you put Studio Ghibli, like, don't tell my job this, but I watched a lot of Studio Ghibli movies during work when I probably shouldn't have been doing it. The moment HBO like unlocked here, and they have they have a lot of good originals, and they have Hard Knocks, the Harley Quinn show, Doom Patrol was really good, although it got a little weird at the end of last season. So they do a really good job having their own original content, but then they also, because they're Warner Bros, they have Harry Potter. They have
the Harry Potter series coming out.
They do. They have all of the DC content, which was awesome, dude.
Yeah.
The Snyder Cut went to their thing originally, I think, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So
it was originally there.
It has so much. I think maybe next to Netflix, it has probably the most diverse content that's out there right now. And they're making a lot of their own original content is great. Like Righteous Gemstones, I still haven't seen the second.
Oh, right, I gotta watch that too.
I love the Righteous Gemstones.
First
that shit's
amazing.
Hilarious. So they have so much good stuff, and yes, another platform that needs to get its UI sorted out a little better.
It's that bad.
I think it's a little buggy.
Nobody's good as Netflix.
Agreed. That is the pinnacle.
Next, though.
Says what?
I think HBO's next. Hulu,
I think is pretty okay.
No, what?
Yeah.
What? Hulu's is meh.
Nah, I think Hulu's pretty good. So those are, that's my top 1. HBO Max for sure is right up there. It's I'll never get rid of it. Unless they dump half of their good content for Discovery Plus. Who knows what's going to happen with that? I am so not excited for Discovery Plus.
Yeah, I'll be so fucking pissed.
Yeah, I know.
But HBO Max, brain skin. Go Pack Go. Thank you, Normal Nerd Nation, for listening and maybe even watching another podcast episode. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, and Instagram. Davis is always posting hilarious memes on there.
Also, like and subscribe while you're at it, and leave a rating if you have some time. It helps people find the show.